Thank you all very much for being here. May 2nd, School Building Committee meeting, 6:04 p.m. I want to welcome everyone and say thank you very much. Roll call.
Manager Golden,
Here.
Michael Vaughn,
Here.
Eileen Del Rossi, Superintendent Skinner, Richard Underwood, Michael Fiato,
Here.
Connor Baldwin,
Here.
Mark Byrne,
Here.
James Hall, Sakari Chow, David Peasley, William Samaras,
Here.
Senator Kennedy, Councilor Leahy, Representative Elliott, Mary Ann Manzi,
Here.
Jay Mason,
Here.
Maria Sheehy, Benjamin Opara, Erica Harvey,
Here.
John Haley, Paul St. Cyr. We have enough for a quorum.
Excellent. A quorum. So let's take a look at the minutes from February 15, 2024. I'll entertain a motion to change or accept. Give everyone a moment to view the minutes. Oops, maybe yep, sorry about that. Yep.
Sorry, Representative Howard.
Here.
My apologies.
And we also have Representative Elliott. Great. So if everybody has an opportunity to review the minutes, Senator Kennedy's coming as well. Excellent. Motion to accept, a motion to change. Seconded. All in favor of accepting the motion for minutes for February 15, 2024? All in favor? Any opposed? None opposed, so voted. Next piece, I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce two new student members, which I think we're going to have to vote in. But I think at this point in time, what we'd like to try to do is to let Jonica and Kendrick introduce themselves and say what they're interested about the SBC, and then after that, we'll go to roll call, Mr. Ball, if that's all right, on both of these fine students from Lowell High. Go right ahead, if you want to introduce yourself to the group.
Hi, my name is Janica Lang. Sorry for my stuffy nose, but I'm a sophomore from Lowell High School, and I'm very interested in the committee because I'm really hoping to put my input and to be able to share my ideas as well.
It's a tough act to follow. My name is Kendrick Delorbe. I am currently a junior at Lowell High School. What interests me about the committee currently is, the fact that I'm a Lowell resident, born and raised, and I think currently students bear a very large burden of the construction. So I think it was great by Chairman Golden and his team and the council to give us the opportunity to join this committee. And so I thank Mr. Golden, his team, the council, the city, and Mr. Fiato for allowing this to happen. Thank you.
Well, I think I speak for the entire committee, but we're pretty excited. But I'd like to ask the committee if you'd like to vote by affirmation, or would you like to vote individually? Affirmation? Anyone in favor of affirmation? Do I have a second for affirmation? So moved by Representative Elliott. All in favor of accepting both of these fine students from the high school to be on the SBC, signal by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any opposed? Any opposed? There are no opposed, so voted. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome them to the committee. And once again, for the edification of our new members, Representative Elliott, if we could start with you, just a introduction of who you are, who you represent, and we'll just go right around the room, and that's for the edification of our new members.
My name's Rodney Elliott. I'm the state representative for the 16th Middlesex District. Before that, I served 24 years on the Lowell City Council, one term as mayor.
James Hall, School Park. Ed Kennedy, State Senator.
Sam Chung, I'm the senior project manager for Summit Construction.
Kevin Kane from the Skanska USA Building, and we're the owner's representatives of the board of the city.
My name is Joseph Drown. I'm the person in charge for the project. I
I work for Perkins Eastman Architects.
Robin Greenberg, I'm the project manager for Perkins Eastman Architects.
Sean Machado, Assistant City Manager.
Tom Golden, City Manager.
Anna Howard, State Representative.
Mike Fiato, Lowell High.
I'm pretty sure they know you, Mr. Fiato.
Yeah. William Smears, former him. And former mayor. Thank you.
Connor Baldwin, Chief Financial Officer. Welcome to the committee.
Mark Byrne, DPW Project Manager. Welcome.
Ben Opera, Community Representative. Welcome.
Mary Ann Manzi, I'm the Public Safety Research and Planning Director for the Lowell Police Department.
I'm Austin Vaughn, the Deputy CFO for the city.
Awesome. Great. Very, very much appreciated. I hope you guys are feeling welcomed and ready to roll up your sleeves and figure out how we can make this even a better project. So thank you all very much for allowing me the opportunity to do that. Next piece, if I could go move it over to Kevin Crane for the presentation. Kevin? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. So this is the April update for the Lowell High School construction project. So just starting off with the phasing plan that you see just a few pages in. The phasing plan and then just some major milestones that we have for the month of May and also for June. So in May, we're looking to start the Building C metal windows, which is the existing 1980s building. Okay, starting over. All right, so the main milestones that we have right now is we're starting Building C, metal windows and roof. So in the next week or so, you'll probably start, well, about 2 weeks, you'll see the metal windows going into the 1980s building, and then also the roof starting as well. And then we're also starting the metal copings on the green roof and the outdoor classroom and Building D, which is in the back of the building. Inside Building F, which is the new freshman academy, we're starting mechanical startups and fire alarm programming in the next couple of weeks. Outside, if you're walking along Arcan and Father Morissette, you'll probably see that the site work has commenced again on the Father Morissette side and also in the quad area. And then looking ahead, just towards the end of May, we're looking to complete the interior finishes of Building F, which is the freshman academy. And then also, we are looking to start punch lists right now. So the second floor Building F is almost ready for punch, probably in the next week or two. And then we'll be working from the second to the third to the fourth to the fifth level. And just looking ahead into June, we will start finishes in Building D, which has already started, but at this point, we're gonna have the millwork paneling up, the servery cafeteria equipment is all in, and then also starting punch lists in Building C and D. And then the major milestone is just the steel quad canopy that's gonna connect the freshman academy to the existing gym. So you'll see that steel going up as well. And then the next couple of slides, I just included some progress photos from the project, if anyone hasn't walked by it yet. The first one is the main entrance, which is on the quad side of the building. So here you'll see the Building F, the freshman academy on the south elevation, and then the glass canopy over the main entrance. Next photo is just on Father Morissette side. You see the north elevation bump out. This is where Dorenzo has mobilized again. Next photo is just casework. This is what the typical science lab would look like with all the casework installed. You see ceiling, floor protection down. So this is one of the areas where I stated punch list will be ready soon. And this next photo is just ceiling, the wood ceiling you see here. This is like the main corridors in Building F, which is the freshman academy. You see the wood benches and also like the rulon ceiling right outside of the classroom space. And the last photo I have here is just a typical stairway. So you see the wall tiles and the stair, and then we also just installed the wood caps on the stairs.
Excellent, Panna. Thank you very much. Next, going to move on from the presentation to the MBE, WBE workforce progress. Taking
Yes.
that on, please.
So for MBE, WBE, and workforce participation. Some minor changes from the last time we met. Minority workforce is still at 24.2%. This is equivalent to about 679 workers. Project goal is 15.3, so we are exceeding this goal. The female workforce, we're at 4.6%, which is about 112 workers on site. The project goal is 6.9, so we are a little bit below, but we are constantly working with in-order business to get this number to increase. And then the total construction Lowell residents, we're at 9.36%, which is about 120 workers. We do not have a project goal for this local residents, so right now we're at 9.36.
Before we move on, questions, thoughts, concerns in regards to the first two items? Questions, thoughts, concerns? Representative? Oh,
On the record that, just on the record that beginning of the project, I had concerns, but I wanted to record that at least you seem to have made significant effort in meeting all the quota. And I appreciate that. Now, the 24.2% say it translates to how many people in workforce?
For the 4.6?
Yeah, the 24 point.
112 women on site.
Thank you.
thank you, Mr. O'Hara. Questions, thoughts, concerns? Representative?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Representative, if I could slide a... Thank you, sir.
Just on the local workforce, how are we reaching out to, is it through mass hire? Is there a portal that, the unions? Okay, great. All right, thank you.
Any other further questions, thoughts, concerns until we move on? Seeing none. Designer update, part 3.
We don't have a
Okay.
we don't have a presentation. We're just available here for any questions anyone has.
Okay, once again, questions, thoughts, concerns in any of the design, which has been completed for some time? Yes.
My question was sort of two-parted, and it can be answered by whoever sort of has jurisdiction over this. But I was interested in seeing if the plans for the summer also included, because I remember in the previous summer, construction was done to create sort of a curtain glass wall on one of these stairwells that were still accessible for students. And I think as a student, I can say that was a very popular sort of transition addition. And I was interested to see if that was something that was going to be replicated on the stairwell adjacent to the canal, sort of the opposite stairwell, or what the plans were for that. And also just a question about the windows. I saw a pilot window was tested out on the first floor, the 1922 building, and I was just interested to see if these windows, what are the pros of these windows, so to say? Do they offer weatherproofing protection? Are they climate proof? What are the upgrades from the existing windows on the building as is? Thank you.
So to answer your first question, yes, the stairwell mirrored to the one that's already done will be done, but actually something more significant will happen to it. So the bridge, or tunnel as you guys call it, that connects the 80s to the 1920s building is going to come down. And when that comes down, there's a section of building that was built in order to meet the tunnel. So that's how the bridge will actually be, or the stairs that are currently more interior will become an outside corner, and we'll be doing the same kind of curtain wall detail. So that'll be glassed. The stairwell that was had some work done a year ago, so it's between the new and the old in the 80s building. That also is going to have not a corner unit, but it'll have a 3-story curtain wall, so it'll have real daylight into it. So I don't think you'll see that necessarily in September, but by the end of the work, you will see those changes to those 1980s stairs. To answer the question about the window, so in the 1920s building, yes, we did a sample window. What it offers is both aesthetics and thermal properties. Aesthetics, so working with the Lowell Historic Board, we came across photos of windows of what the building looked like in the 1920s, which does not match those dark bronze aluminum windows you see today. So we were able to, through those documentations, replicate it. So we're restoring the 1920s to look more like it was, but with 21st century technology, which means that it was then wood, then it became aluminum. We're going to do an aluminum clad. So you get the properties of an aluminum window, so the DPW doesn't have to paint it every year, but you'll get the inside that'll be wood, which will have that warmth and historic kind of feel to it. It is also offering a lighter window, so I understand currently they're very heavy to open. With a change in proportion and the current window technology, you'll be able to hopefully use it more often.
Yeah, I just wanted to add on, both of those additions look great. I think the window's awesome. The curtain wall is great, so you guys have done a great job on that end. Thank you.
And you didn't ask about the 1980s window, but Pana did mention that you'll actually see a new window for the 1980s section in the next couple of weeks. It will offer similar benefits with the minus the historic references, but it'll be a window that will operate better. It comes with an insect screen, so hopefully you guys will be more comfortable opening and closing it.
The 80s actually may be historic to them, so. Maybe. Yes, sir.
You mentioned we'll have one of the bridges coming down, the North Bridge, and then the South Bridge would be opened up. Can you talk about the difference between the two bridges? What type of features will be available in the newer version that I think our community would like to know about?
So I think you guys calling the current ones tunnels is appropriate because it reminds me of a hamster tunnel. It's a plastic bubble with no airflow and lots of heat because the sun comes into it. We are providing a bridge, so it has a roof. That roof is insulated, so you're going to get more comfortable that way. So it has glass sides. We have double pane windows, so we're keeping as much sun out without, not blocking the sun, but, thermal rays will stay out. You'll also notice, and you may have seen it from the ground, but maybe not, the south side of the bridge has lines. And those lines do a couple things. One is that it shades the inside of the interior of the bridge to help it keep cool, but also it's to help birds from flying into it. So it isn't strictly a bird prevention, but it has some of those goals to keep wildlife from not seeing the glass. The bridge will become a little more visible to them.
Is it wider?
It is. They're wide. They're actually, of the two bridges, they are slightly different sizes because they're meeting the building at different places. But it will be a wider bridge. It is heated. It has lights, a few outlets in it, so when the maintenance folks need to take care of it. So it should feel very different than you currently have.
Excellent. Mr. Adam? Yeah, thank you. Great, thank you. Any other thoughts, questions, concerns from anyone? Seeing none. We want to move on to the budget. Kevin?
I'll go back again. Okay. So then the next other is a budget project. This March billing that we received and we went through with the architect, engineers, and Suffolk. Last month's billing was for $5,198,716. And we've invoiced a total of $196 million total on the project, invoiced net. So.
Thank you, Kevin. Budget, in regards to the budget summary, questions, thoughts, concerns? Oh, Mr. Baldwin.
If we could just request from Skanska, and this is not a question for right now, but maybe some information to provide as we get closer to year end. We'll need a cash flow projection for the next 18 months. That's something that's normally provided with the packet, with the bill every month, but if we could just take a finer look at that as we do financing for the end of the year, please.
Okay, will do. We'll get that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Samaras?
It seems that, you know, the contingency funds that you have, you've been judicious in this expending of that money. Am I correct in that?
Correct, yes, yes.
I mean, how do you see the future at this particular point?
We're solid.
You know, the people are concerned in the sense of, okay, yeah, that's what you have now, but when you when you go to the 22 building, what's going to happen?
So we're about, how many percent complete on a project? Maybe 50%?
No, it's a little more than 50.
A little more than
Yes.
50%. So we're more than 50% complete on the project, and to say that we're only spent 4 million of 21, so we feel pretty comfortable that there's enough funds available.
Thank you.
We are going to hit some, breaking
No,
into
I mean,
an building.
things can happen, but the thing
Yeah.
is, right now, it's met your requirements in the sense of what you told us would happen, what you felt. Okay, thank you.
Excellent. Questions, thoughts, concerns in regards to budget summary? Any other questions, thoughts, or concerns? Seeing none. The last portion here, hopefully everyone's had an opportunity to review the attachment on Part 5, is the OAC meeting summary for April 2024. Anybody have any questions in regards to OAC meeting summary April of 2024, giving that snapshot? Again, any questions in regards to OAC meeting 2024? Seeing none. In regards to moving on here, next steps. Kevin, any next steps that you want to discuss, or are there any next steps that we want to have a discussion about? I'll let Mr. Crane go first from Skanska to see just pretty much all the updates you've been giving us, I assume?
No, we're moving forward to the summertime, so we're making plans. Suffolk is making plans for summer work and transitioning and turning over the first, phase 2, which is the new freshman academy and the center hall. So from that point, it's going to turn into working in the existing buildings. So looking forward to that. That's our next phase.
No, just like Kevin was saying, so full steam ahead. We have a couple months left to finish phase 2, wrapping up the freshman academy, the main building D, which is like the heart of the school there with the cafeteria. And then this summer is going to be very busy, just getting into pretty much the North Bridge demo, 1922 building, and also the 1980s building.
Excellent. Just following through, any other questions, thoughts, or concerns by the committee? Looking around.
Yes, Mr. Manager.
Yes, Mr.
During the
O'Para.
February meeting, I know Mr. Samarat had requested possible walkthrough in the summer when the school goes on vacation. Are we still on track for that?
Yes, we can definitely schedule a time to do a walkthrough.
Let the committee know. We can have this discussion and try to figure it out during the week, if that's appropriate.
Yes.
When you don't have different equipment that we don't want around. If that's all right with the committee, we will get back to everybody. We'll just get a date.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Any other questions, thoughts, concerns? Last call. Questions, thoughts, concerns? Senator Kennedy moves to adjourn. Do I have a second? So moved by Representative Howard. All in favor? All opposed? Favor has it. Thank you all very much. And once again, this was the School Building Committee meeting, May 2nd, Mayor's Reception Room. Thank you.